recording now.
Mr. Moss, you might want to stand here so you get a better view. Okay, hit the lights, please. Okay, hit the lights. Okay, hold on. Cue the music, please. A Holocaust presentation by Lilibet Cardenas, Justina Hulmer, and Stefan Reefer. Adolf Hitler was appointed Reich Chancellor by President Paul von Hindenburg on January 30th, 1933, as the head of a coalition government made up of the Nazis and German nationalists. In August of 1934, following the death of President Hindenburg, Hitler proclaimed himself leader of Germany. A year later, he established the Nuremberg Laws. Some of these laws dictated that no citizen of Germany could be a Jew or a blood relative of a Jew. There could be no marriage between a German and a Jew, and no Jew could hold any kind of political
Yeah, I gotta call you
office.
back. I'm in school.
Basically, these laws made it clear that Jews were not to have further part in the German lifestyle.
Okay.
Once Hitler
Yeah,
alienated
the
Jews
presentation
from
going
German
on.
life, he sent them to ghettos and eventually to concentration camps. Some people were just killed in their homes or even in the street. Concentration camps were camps for people of all ages. They were made for the sole purpose of torturing and killing Jews as well as other non-German people. The Nazis were able to do this by stripping them of all their dignity and humanity. Concentration camps weren't just made for Jews. They were made for anyone who was not of pure German blood. Jews were put to work, killed, or even experimented on in concentration camps. The Auschwitz concentration camp, established by the Nazi people, was the largest of its kind. This concentration camp had three main sections made for forced labor. For an extended period of time, one of them was made into a killing center. The Jews were transported there on cargo trains. Sometimes the journey lasted for more than 3 days. Some never made it to their destination alive. At least 960,000 Jews were killed in Auschwitz. Other victims included approximately 74,000 Poles, 21,000 Roma Gypsies, 15,000 Soviet prisoners of war, and 10 to 15,000 members of other nationalities. After arriving in the concentration camps, some people were immediately put to death in gas chambers. The gas chambers were disguised as showers to fool the victims. The belongings of the people that were gassed were sent to the Canada, which was a Canadian cargo ship that would take them to Germany to be used for German profit. They got rid of the bodies by forcing the prisoners to dig holes in the ground. They would then stack bodies one on top of the other and bury them. Most of the time, they just put them in ovens and burned them. By the time it was all over, approximately 6 million Jews were killed. Thankfully, 3 million survived to give witness to the atrocities committed by one man with a distorted view of the world and the thousands upon thousands who followed him without question. Did you know that genocide, the deliberate and systematic destruction of a racial, political, or cultural group, is still occurring around the world? In 1994, genocide in Rwanda resulted in the systematic massacre of 800,000 people in only 100 days. The Holocaust started due to one man's distorted view of the world. Hitler was the ultimate racist. Stop for a moment and think about the way in which you view those that are different from yourself. and ask yourself this question. Is Hitler's kind of judgment any different from my own?
Can you get the light here? You guys, thank you. That was prepared by Lydia Martinez, Stefan Reese, and Justina Humber. I'm sure most of you know her. Do you guys have any question about the images you saw or any of the information? I need you to understand that not only did this happen in 1994 in Rwanda, but it happened again in 2003 in Darfur, which is in Africa. Okay, you guys, if we don't educate ourselves, okay, if we don't care about what's going on, it's just going to keep on happening again and again. It's important that we not use the differences among us to separate us and to create hate amongst us, okay? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn you over to Hilbert Gomez for the next presentation. So if you could please line up, going this way on the other side of the blue arrows. Come this way, guys. Okay, and let's please, my class. Thank you. And Hilbert, once you have their undivided attention, son, go ahead and start.
November 7, 1938, a 17-year-old by the name of Herschel Grinchman was angry because his family was one of the 12,000 deported to Poland from Germany. Outraged, walked up to a German official and shot him dead in the embassy of Paris. The Germans were frustrated, so they set up something called Kristallnacht, all set up by Hitler's right-hand man. The task was completed by the National Regional team, who dressed up in plain clothing because they had a great reputation in Germany. They destroyed many of the Jewish synagogues in Shika Brand. 7,500 Jewish shops were destroyed, along with their belongings. They wrote Jew on top of the stores as the German word for Jew. Hundreds of Jews gathered up in the city that had things thrown at them, spit at, and humiliated, and wore a hateful sign that says all Jews out. Many of the Jews went to jail and sent to the concentration camps that night. Not only their churches and businesses were destroyed, but also their homes were destroyed also and stolen from. Kristallnacht in English means night of the broken glass. They called it that due to the fact that if you look out to the street for miles, that's all you see was broken glass. It's demonstrated here. Any questions?
Like Hilbert said, the Nazis had a reputation that they wanted to maintain. And that's why he said they dress in plain clothing. Now, the Jewish people that owned these stores and these homes, they had insurance, much like we have insurance today on our homes and our vehicles. They started putting in claims for the damage. The Nazis got wise of it and said, oh really, well, let's just go ahead and turn around, blame the whole night on them, okay, and we're going to turn around and fine them. So whatever monies they do get from the insurance company, they have to turn right back over and pay to us. And you mentioned the glass, night of broken glass. That's all you would see, guys, or, you know, just miles. You would see just shattered glass. It would crunch under your feet, literally. Many people did lose their lives on that evening, were arrested, later sent to concentration camps, as he said. Any questions?
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah. The actual knife was not done by the SS.
No, he
It
said
was done
that.
by the brown shirts.
No, he said that. I don't know if you heard him from back there. It was the regional chiefs that were underneath the SS, but
No, they were not. They
Mr.
were
Boss?
not underneath, no. They were separate. They killed them afterwards.
Mr. Balesteran from this role.
Okay.
Mas.
All right, coming in.
The orders were given, I have it in the book.